Hey, welcome to this new video and new series. In this series, I will show you how to create your own custom add-on and talk with the server via AIO and Eluna. So this will be an XP dynamic changer. So let's do something here. Let's set my XP or my level here, just so I can show you. My level to 1. So my server is running on the standard rate, XP rate when you install this AzerothCore. So this would work like you see here. I get 100 experience. Now, if I want, I can open up my custom add-on. So I say .xp change and open it here. So default, this is just like so the user knows they are on the standard one. So let's say I want times 20. So I clicked it. And now you can see in the database here, don't mind this. This is from another thing I'm doing. So here it says XP changed 4. So this is just the selection. So now I'm on 20 times rate. So let's kill another mob now. And then it should say 2000 because that's 20 times 100. So let's see here. And you see, okay, it's a little less than what I said, but yeah. Now we are level 3. So what you can do here is now we can try to kill another mob here. So let's do that real quick. And now we see 720. So now let me say XP change again and then set it to 5 times 5. So now we changed it to times 5 again. And let's kill this mob. Takes a little bit to kill, but as you see now it's less because we are on times 5 rate. So that works for everything. So even discovering things or like everything you can get experience from, this will boost it. So I think we'll just head inside or Visual Studio Code and get started on creating this. So to get started, let's create a new folder, call this XP rate changer. And just because we have it as an AIO, I want to do a fix here. So just call it AIO, so I know that it's that type of script in here. So here we want to create 3 files, Lua files. So here we want to first start with, let's say config underscore, no, XP rate changer underscore config. And I forgot to say .lua here, so .lua. And new file, XP rate changer underscore client. So this is the client part. Again, I forgot about the Lua part, so the Lua. And the last file is XP chain rate changer underscore server. So this is the server file. Nice. We have everything now. So now let's first get started with setting up everything. So just the basics here for today. So here we start with the client, the server. So what we want to do first is we want to actually have our config file. So our local config data equals require, like we always do. And then we want to say XP rate underscore, XP rate changer underscore config. Now we have the config file here. I'll just add a comment here. Config file. Just so we can always go back and forth. And here we want to require the AIO. So let's do that. AIO or equals AIO or require AIO. So this means that this AIO should be equal to AIO if it already exists, or it should require it. Next, we want our handlers. So I will just combine handlers equals AIO.add handlers. And here we want to say XP rate changer, and then comma, and then an empty table. And that was actually all for the server file for requiring and everything. Now let's move on to the XP rate changer underscore client. In the client, we want to basically do a bit of the same things here. So local AIO equals AIO or require. And again, we want to require AIO. You can't, just a note here, you cannot require something like the config file in the client, or you cannot like require any files in the client, because this, you could say this code is actually only running on the player, so you would like, it doesn't exist, this file doesn't exist where this runs. So you can't require stuff, but you can require AIO because that's like, it's it needs to, and it's custom made to make it able to use that. So next we want to say if AIO dot add add-on, and then end, and here we say return. So as I told you in the other series where we just got started, this means that it adds the add-on to the player and then it returns. So that's basically all it does here. And then we want to create our handlers again, equals AIO dot add add handlers. Sorry. And here we write XP rate changing, comma, empty table again. And that is basically all for these two. And it's important that this handler is the correct one here, just so it needs to be the same, just so everyone is on the same page here. Now let's real quick write our config file. So what we want to write here is just config equals, and then it's a table we are creating. In here we want to say handle underscore name equals, and we can go over to the server here and just double click on it, copy, Control C and Control V. Now we have the handle name here, so we can actually write that handle name thing here instead of always having to do it like this. So now what we will do now is XP options equals. So this is the table, so this is the XP rates. So I wanted 5, 10, 15, and 20. So these are the XP rates you can choose from. But don't think too much about this. You can always add new ones if you want. The last thing for today is we want to return. And we want to return config equals config. So that is all. Now in here, if you want to, I suggest you do this, but yeah, you can now, instead of this, you can remove this you can say config data.config.handler name or handle name. That way you don't need to write it here yourself anymore. But you can't. This is just a note again. You cannot do that here in this at handlers, because we need first to make sure that AIO has received the config table before you can do that. And here, this runs before AIO gets any data from the server. So you need to write it here manually first. But after that, then you can use it for when you call functions and such. And the last thing we want to do in here, now that I'm in here, is actually just make a table, call it config, and do like this. This is just an empty table, but this is for storing the config table here that we get when we send it from the server to the user client. So that is all for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and a subscribe. And you can leave a comment down below if you have any questions about anything or you just want to have a chat. So see you in the next one.